My product is called Light Up the Past. I was inspired by photographic slides and their ability to come to life once they are illuminated. Basically, I'm going to be using reclaimed wood as the base, which would fit against the ceiling, and then wire hanging down to create the pendant lights, and then upcycled bottles. I'm going to be taking the film and putting it around the bottles, and then the light bulb would shine through there and illuminate the photographic slides. I called it Light Up the Past because photographic slides were a past way of preserving memories, and I wanted to create a way that would preserve these memories in a very aesthetic way.
My living room object is called Pickup Sticks, and I was inspired by my love for sushi and my strong passion for nature. Putting the two together, I designed a biodegradable plant holder made out of upcycled chopsticks and a reused water bottle. The plant holder is very versatile and it can be an indoor or an exterior product. I'm using a recycled water bottle, and I'm cutting the water bottle in half and putting the top of the water bottle into the bottom of the water bottle, and it therefore holds the soil and creates a drainer where the water will drain through. I'm going to weave hemp through the chopsticks, which is a sustainable fibre, and it adds a pop of colour and therefore creates a customisable product. My
product is called Belted. My product is a lounge chair made up out of upcycled safety belts that I sourced from scrapyards in and around Cape Town. I had to give quite a few of them a wash. They all have different textures, which I think will be quite nice. The safety belt straps will create a hexagonal pattern once they've been woven, and this will make up the backing and the seating area for the lounge chair. And this will be suspended in the wooden frame, as you see here, which is made up of upcycled floorboards from a squash court that was demolished in Claremont.
I designed a light called the X chandelier, and basically I was inspired when I found tile spaces on a rubbish dump at a building site, and they will hang in little strings on fishing line off the Perspex cross that will be illuminated. This is an example of a Perspex offcut that I was able to get from a factory that uses Perspex to make food display units, and I had offcuts. And then LED lighting strips will be put inside the cross to illuminate the tile spaces, and they'll be hung on fishing line. That's basically leftover fishing line on the reels that the fishermen can't use. Basically the idea is to upcycle them into something that's attractive and that we can find some beauty in it again.
I designed the glass gardens. I was inspired by glass terrariums, which are really in these days. They usually come in geometric shapes. So I decided to take upcycled Savannah bottles and use glass blowing techniques to expand the shoulders, and then use drill holes at the top and use a hemp material, which is a sustainable fibre, to hang the bottles kind of in a bead-like form. I've decided to use succulents within my terrariums because they're also a sustainable plant. I have decided to sandblast around the label here and also on the back. I'm going to coat the bottle in a eco-friendly resin, which will then make the sandblasting clear.
By the colour blue and crisp whites. I made use of creams and blues as well, and the topic was urban luxe. I was inspired by the city, business meeting, simplicity and comfort. My garments are sustainable because I chose to use organic fabrics. I made use of hemp and organic cotton. I got the hemp from Hemporium and I got the cotton from Photoganic. These fabrics don't pollute the earth or the air or the water when they're made, and they are sustainable.
My inspiration for my collection was autumn and knits. I've used autumn colours and knitwear because I feel like that's an important feature of autumn. A while ago my mom had skin cancer, which is all clear now, and it really inspired me to look into using sustainable techniques which are not harmful to our bodies or the environment, because our skin is our largest organs of our body and it's really important to look after ourselves and our bodies. What makes my range sustainable is that I've used hemp fabric and a bamboo and cotton blend knit. I've cut my fabric into strips and knitted with it like this. I used coffee to stain my fabric rather than something that was dyed with harmful chemicals. I'd like to one day hopefully have my own business where I can make these things more available for the public.
For the Remake Design Challenge with the theme Urban Luxe, I'm creating my own collection with the theme Urban Valkyrie. I was really inspired by the fabric itself. It reminded me of a veil, and that took me back to Scandinavian mythology. I thought about old world battles, and then I thought back of contemporary times, and I think about the city as a battlefield where professional people come and work every day with determination, and I really wanted to dress them with a range which walk with them and react to the movement. So that's why I'm using a lot of the sheer fabric at the bottom with very long coats. It's 3 coats that I'm creating. 2 of them are real coats, and the other one does reflect the silhouette of a coat, but it's actually a bolero and a skirt held together with a harness, which is what I'm going to create with this cut-off pieces of leather. The reason why the project is sustainable is because it's really the way of the future. I think that's where everything is heading, because we need to become responsible. And what made me choose these specific fabric, that it's hand-loomed. It uses old world methods of creating fabric again, and it just disregards chemicals.
My collection is oxymoron. Reason being, it's a high contrast between different textures and elements I use. So the fabrics I'm incorporating into my design, which supports sustainable design, is hemp, pencil hemp, as well as canvas hemp. And then I'll also be using other sustainable techniques such as upcycling. I upcycle the Pepsters dog blankets, which everyone's familiar with. It's a wool and synthetic fiber blend. I made an A-line skirt out of it, which is really cute and fun. And then I'll also be upcycling a telephone directory book, which I'll be pleating and creating an avant-garde skirt.
One of my trademarks is that I like for my garments to have a story. For example, this was my granddad's shirt, which I've been reconstructed to make a bustier for a woman. And this top was actually a pair of men's jeans that I got for £5 at St. Luke's Hospice. My urban transformation collection was inspired by minimalism and the need to transform. In this modern day, more and more young women are partaking in the urban working world. My garments were inspired by their need to transform for everyday situations when they're going from a working environment to a social environment and they don't have time to change their outfits. This is a reconstructed men's shirt that has been adapted for a woman. It's been made into a bustier. This is the hem of the shirt has been pleated to make a peplum, and the top of the shirt is actually the collar from the original shirt. And this part is the sleeves actually of the man's shirt, the cuffs. You can see where the buttonholes are for the cuffs. Here I have reused the button stand so that the woman can get in and out of her garment easily. I have another outfit which is also made from reconstructing a pair of men's pants, which I have turned upside down and cut up to make a shirt for a woman. We turn it around. You can see this is the original fly from the man's jeans. And I have also recycled a belt to put across the back so that the sleeves don't fall off when she's wearing it. This is the original back pocket from the pair of jeans. I've adapted somewhat so that you can still use it, but you can only really put your lipstick and a bit of money in there. I have only used natural fabrics in my collection, such as cotton and hemp. One of the cotton shirts I have dyed using coffee to alter its color, and on the other fabrics I have painted street grid patterns with bleach. These patterns were inspired by the urban environment.